What is going on, guys? Rosa here, and welcome back to another dose. If you guys don't already know who I am, hi, my name is Rosa and I've been a long time investor in crypto and NFTs. So guys, crypto and NFTs, as I said in my previous video, has been looking a lot bearish recently, and as I discussed before, that's because of a numerous amount of reasons. And today I'm not here to discuss about the market. I'm here mainly to discuss about upcoming projects that or already set projects that can potentially 5 to 10x when we get out of this bear market. And the reason that we buy during a bear market is that a lot of these good NFTs that would be usually 5 ETH or 1 ETH or 0.7 ETH, etc., is like what I've been seeing is that most of the really good art and really solid projects have been floating around like the mint price on the secondary market after a few hours or a few days. So as you can see, the ape here, it spun up to like 0.6 I believe this morning, but now it's at 0.38. You could potentially ape into the ape, but I'm not saying you should. This is not financial advice and you should always do your own research. But as we can see here, it just decreased, and why that is happening is because we're currently in a bear market. Now, because we're in a bear market, guys, a lot of these really good projects are at a really huge discount. So one of the projects I do want to talk about that I talked about yesterday is Dippies. Now Dippies, I think it has a really nice profile picture art with thick lines, and it's really it has one-to-one collaborations with big names such as Bento Boy, Kosher Plug, and etc. And especially a lot of these big whales, as we can see, are going into the project and aping into the project. We can see that this is a very good sign that long term, even within a bear market, it's doing this well, that long term this project will probably come back up. But I'm not saying it will, but looking on the facts and looking on the statistics here, and based on the history, I think the art is pretty solid, and I think it can go to at least 0.7 ETH when we in fact get out of this bear market. Personally, I'm going to be waiting a bit longer to get into Dippies, because I think that this could be a lot cheaper, like 0.1 or perhaps 0.15. But you guys, when you feel like it, you can ape into Dippies if you really want to, when you do your own research. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to where this art goes. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but based on my gut feeling and what I've just been seeing around during this bear market, I think the Dippies in general will do very well. Now the second project I wanted to talk about today is called Gnome Friends. I've seen a couple of people like on the Twitter space talking about this project, as it is kind of thin-lined walking project, as we can see here. I think it's going to be a walking project. Yeah, as we can see here, the art is super solid and it has that kind of cute vibe that's been on the meta in the recent few months, and I think it's going to continue being the meta because of how much people like cute stuff these days. And yeah, I think that this is a really solid project, and based on how Invisible Friends did recently, when we get out of the bear market, I think this is a project that will easily be not as hyped as obviously Invisible Friends, but I think it could spike up to like 0.3 or 0.4 ETH, and if you do manage to get whitelist, I think it'll be an easy 2 to 3x. Now moving on to the other project I want to talk about today is called Weed Gang. Now you probably heard of this based on how many people follow it and then how many influencers talked about it in recent days. But the reason I want to bring it up here is because if we go into ic.tools home pages, we can see here that if we scroll a little bit downwards, okay, it's actually not here, but we can see here that Weekend has been doing pretty well with a price of 0.099. Now, in my own opinion, I would wait a little longer because I think it's going to be decreasing a little while, but we can see here that still, even though it's at a really low volume for the past day or so after it released, there's probably have been a few price action significantly above the floor price, and this is always a good sign of a project that is about to do well. I'm not saying it will, it could as well go downwards more, but I think it will easily spike up to 0.2 ETH after we get out of this bear market, guys, purely because it provides that P2E game theory element, which has been a bullish signal that a lot of people go for these days, and they've been collabing with very notable teams on Twitter and giving whitelists and stuff like that on Discord to very notable upcoming projects. And this tells me that other teams see the potential in this as well, and maybe a lot of other people. And so since a lot of people are backing up this project, I think in the future that it will do very well. And yeah, when I see this price going below like 0.9 or 0.8 ETH, 0.08 I mean, I think I will ape into this project and just lay it back and see how it goes. But I've rambled on quite enough. Yeah, overall I think it's a pretty good project. The third project and last project I want to talk about is Rise Day. Now, I don't ape into that much 3D projects as of lately because they are moving out of the meta. I think Hate Beast kind of initiated the overall like hype meta around the 3D art, and now it's quite it has died down quite a bit. But the reason I want to talk about this project right now is because of what different aspects it provides to the NFT space. Now, if we go to their website here, it says we're still cooking rice, which kind of adds a kind of mystery, which is always a good sign if you guys know what I mean. But Rise Day, it is a pretty good project because it adds a whole new element to the NFT space. It adds food collabs. They said they would inviting people to try out some foods and do mukbangs, etc. in their roadmaps. And so if you guys do decide to join their Discord, I've decided to join, and over the past few days I've just been seeing popping what's up, and people are very positive in the public spaces, and that's always a good sign to always have public engagement, even when a lot of things about the project isn't out on their official site and stuff like that. And so guys, we haven't had a lot of food related projects, not as much as to this degree, such as Rice Day have, and the team is overall pretty solid. I think their artist is doxed, and which is always a good sign. And overall, I think if you try to go on the whitelist and if you try to mint, I think it'll do pretty well. Even within the bear market, I think you can make like initial 2 to 3x, depending on how early you get in or when you decide to sell. But this is all never financial advice, guys. Please do your own research. And yeah, these are just the projects that I've seen other people go in. I personally got into WGMI Studios recently because they're at a very low price and they provide really good insights. And I've seen Bento Boy, Kosher Plug, and Brett Way talk about some of these projects, and I decided to research more about them and some derivatives and stuff like that. And these are the projects that I'm currently working and trying to reach out to the team, etc., in order to get whitelist. Maybe I'll grind some more Discords, who knows. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking so far. Thank you for watching today's video, and I'll try to post a video every 2 days, but the motion and the goal of my YouTube channel is to provide everyone a smooth, profitable time in the NFT space. This really is a revolutionary technology that we've all come across, and I think there's a huge space, not for only gains, but vast amount of positive experiences. And yeah, I just want to guide you all through how you can make positive and good financial decisions moving forward. And so if you guys do decide to like and subscribe and share with your friends, this would help out a lot. But otherwise, I'll see you in another video, and peace out.